Gauri, this time, this interview, and entirely what we are going to discuss is quite serious because whatever is happening and what kind of condition US is making with everybody is something not acceptable. They have been just attacking Iran for this one cause that they were making nuclear facilities, and after that, after attacking Iran does not have anything now in their defense. So in the entire world there is a thing which is going on that if we are not having nuclear facility, then to any country can one day attack on us and we wouldn't be able to save ourselves in that manner. That is the kind of image what US is putting up in the entire world. Khamenei is dead, Iran's defense minister is dead, a lot of high officials are dead, and I feel like US has collaborated with the opposition out there, which is Raza, and they are trying down to cut down the whole Khamenei's regime and everything. See, I've never said that Iranians have been very happy with Khamenei or their regime and anything like that. But this is not the way to cater any such issue. This is not the way to, take it out down. And I think the entire Middle East is on fire. We have seen Dubai is under fire. We have seen Oman has some or the other kind of, attacks and all of it going on. So, I mean, US and Israel all together, what are they trying to do? Why are they, taking down the entire Middle East? And is the Middle East entire defense thing so low that they're not being collectively even able to, track down the US and Israel?
Shivi, thank you first of all so much for considering me capable of being able to talk on such a serious geopolitical issue. It's actually very big. The world woke up to this news. The last time I remember when people were rattled by a geopolitical event was the death of Princess Diana. And
Yeah.
now we wake up and we hear that the Ayatollah, who has been opening threats and who's been like, you can't touch me, he is killed. The defense minister of Iran is killed. So I would first take a minute to, pay my condolences to the departed soul, because whoever he was in life, now he is no more. I do understand that Irani women especially have been oppressed because of the
A
hijab
lot.
rules. There have been, see, that is the thing of Islamist countries. It's a sort of discipline where they join religion and duty. So men are not supposed to wear gold, men are not supposed to sing and dance, women are not supposed to show their skin. Now that is something that they will have to figure out. That is not your and my position to speak about. Trump at this point is number one leading a kakiocracy where he is not equipped to lead a country like United States. Second, this is anarchy. Being in a position of power, he cannot just wield his gun at anyone and everyone. Abducting Maduro, not giving him a fair trial, killing Khamenei. This is getting out of hand. I was speaking to people in the morning, and the first thing I told them, so my mamiji lives in Dubai, and I was very concerned for her because right now
Right.
the Middle East is actually in factions. Saudi Arabia and UAE are not looking eye to eye. Right now, see, this is a game. This is actually something that you and I did not expect. Trump was maintaining his distance from Netanyahu. We didn't know that back of the door this was happening. So this is very
Actually,
concerning that
yeah,
tomorrow
Nitin,
Trump can
huh,
actually do anything. Like,
anything,
to
exactly.
imagine what if one day we wake up and our prime minister and our defense minister are no more. I mean, just to think of that is shuddering me. So we have to be very collectively, come against such a autocracy, because this is moving towards World War III. This is what Trump is doing, is exactly what Adolf Hitler did.
Exactly. And if I be very honest, Hitler was still very much, coming up whatever he wants to do and all of that. But Donald Trump out there, first he talks about peace and everything. He talked about that how he has ended up eight war and something like that. And then he has started annexing the entire country, starting with Venezuela. Then he wanted to do it with Greenland. Now the Iran. We thought Iran was under subsession, but now they have almost taken it down. And I just feel like whatever Trump and wherever they're going, Netanyahu has some or the other way give this kind of hint to us because while he was, coming up with hexagon of alliances and all of that, he made it sure that he's going against the Islamic radicals and out there. And three major countries out there was Pakistan, Turkey, and Iran. But none of us had any clue. I mean, I don't think even that some or the other way, even India was knowing about this entire attack or
Not
something
at
like
all.
that.
Not
And
at
I
all.
think and if they have the clue and that is why they did not sign the hexagon of alliances, it made complete sense that they were quick enough to not take it down. But
Yeah.
keeping all of this aside, that the major thing, if I talk about trade and where the world will be disturbed, is the oil prices, is the port routes and all of that. Can you stress on this entire part? How is the entire world going to be affected with all of that? And you can you and also we can see this one thing which is very much common in this entire matter, that Trump and all entire Middle East signed into this Gaza peace board, and now Trump is against them. I mean, these countries are the only ones who are heavily, backing up the Gaza peace board. And what kind of geopolitical leader Trump is? I don't even understand what decisions he's making. He's acting so foolish at the time, I feel like.
I would say Trump is not foolish, he is very calculative, but the one word that will define him centuries down the line is selfish and
Yeah.
egoistic. He is an autocrat, he is a fascist. There is no other way to describe him. The fact here is that Trump does what he says. When he was not awarded the Nobel, he said it clearly, I don't give a damn about peace. And that is exactly what he did. He turned the Secretary of Defense into the Secretary of War. So he was very clear, you have to read the lines. You are thinking ki Trump is just
Exactly.
doing something because it's his mood. No, Trump is doing whatever he is saying. He is true to his word. So he is a very dangerous person right now. He can actually ruin the world for all he cares. And he said that during the tariff beating down of the Supreme Court, that I can destroy the world if I feel like, because he actually grew up with this grudge that he wanted to be the US president. He was a famous TV mogul, he was a famous business mogul, and all his life, because of his entitlement, he is used to getting things his way. Now, let us come to oil. Iran was one of India's partners, be it the Chabahar port, be it our oil supplies. Right now, whatever news I've come across, 20% of oil imports have been halted immediately. So the prices of petrol and crude oil are going to skyrocket. I would suggest for you and I to start stocking, because this is World War III. For my people watching in Middle East, for the people watching in India, for people
Exactly.
watching anywhere in the world,
They're almost
I
at
would
war.
say please get your supplies and savings in order. Stop going out, stop splurging. If you want to get married in a small function, go sign some papers. Do not take this lightly. This is World War III happening. One of the people who I used to work with in geopolitics had predicted that by 2030 we'll be entering World War III. I think the time has come now. We are 4 years ahead of it. Any moment the world war can break out. Pakistan can unleash its wrath on India, because India and Israel have been
Exactly.
friends.
And they
Turkey
have the
will be
support of
targeting
Bangladesh
us.
as well.
Exactly. So right now it is Islamic countries against anyone not supporting Islamic countries. It is the ulma war. This is going to be, that is my prediction. So you and I, because we don't have anybody's support, we have to look out for ourselves. We have to stock our supplies. We have to make sure that even if we are confined in our homes, we are not empty stomach. So I would really urge all of my viewers to start thinking strategically and start looking out for themselves and their family. Secure your jobs, because any which ways AI is going to take over. Do not put impulsive resignations. Do not put impulsive purchases. Do not put money into cars and homes and anything. Please put your money into essentials right now. The next coming 5 years are very critical for life.
But Gauri, keeping that complete thing aside, we are nuclear, equipped. We have nuclear power and all of that. Do you think this entire war, which is happening right now, World War III, will include nuclear, war coming up in it? Do you think nuclear air facility can be used as the weapon out there? I mean, and if it is used, on which side can we go? I mean, what are the alliances where we are going to stand? We have Russia for sure. We have Israel for sure with us now. But then Israel has the support of undying support of US President Donald Trump. And if he is not going to get impeached, Israel will always be on his side, because that is what both of them have proved it, because they have like launched another war. And look at the defense capability of Israel. I mean, they have just come from a war. They have again, went on another war. This is something which is, you cannot even
Look at
explain how is
Russia.
this even happening.
Look at Russia. We choked Russia, like
Exactly.
using India. Trump choked Russia's oil supplies. Russia is still bombing Ukraine. So all of these
Exactly.
countries have plethora of resources. Now, what I'm trying to tell you here is, that this situation is only going to get worse, because the COVID, nobody will accept that it was a war weapon, but I personally believe, with whatever I've read, it was a bio war.
Many theories have said that.
So today's war is going to be on AI. All the countries who have cyber warfare powers, they're going to ask for ransoms, they're going to hack the systems and the government sites, they are going to actually try to hack people's mobile phones and devices. They might even try to make addictions through games and series, and impair people, addict them to technology so that they are not equipped enough to fight. So it is going to be a bio nuclear cyber war. Any way the war can go. You cannot have a one size fits all war that is going to be there. Ki this is the formula. No. This time, to save themselves, China, US, India also for that matter, can deploy anything and everything. India always has a very neutral stance where, like,
Exactly.
till we are not triggered, we don't do anything. But I think it's high time to come into an alliance either with Israel or with the US, but with conditions that they keep Pakistan at one arm's distance, or with Russia, or with the transatlantic, because
Israel
we have
will be a
good
very
relations with
profitable
Europe.
partner of ours because Israel has weapons. That is where we lack.
And I would
Israel
really
has good
want for
alliances.
India to now capitalize on the mother of all deals and be
Yeah.
closer to the European Union, because
But
that is the voice
but
of
European
sanity.
Union never really come up with a. That is the thing about them. They never really go on the very active side. I mean, they always believe in peace and all of that.
They will have to
And
now. See,
yeah,
all of them
huh,
are pissed off with Trump, be it Macron, be it the NATO chief, because Trump has gone to such low levels of politics that he's leaking
exactly.
personal chats. They want him dead. If you ask their heart, they
That is
want
what we
him
are
dead.
thinking. That he would be impeached by the by the midterm election. But somehow the other way, the kind of speculation we're having amongst the Americans and all of that, they feel like America is going on a superpower because of Trump's. Matlab, maximum people are
But
going
many people
against it.
don't like this,
But
because see, at the end of the
huh,
day, even
but
if
why
my
do they
prime
elect
minister,
Donald Trump then? I mean, why? Every single
because
time.
compare it to 2014 in India,
Yeah,
we were trying to have a narrative that we are going to have development, and we're going to have border control, we're going to avenge our soldiers and every single thing. And then the second term we won better. Why? There was Uri, there was Pathankot, and there was reservations, and there was this and that. Third term, we did have a little bit of plummet, but still, Modi is in government for 15 years. Trump came in with a promise that I will fix broken America, I will fix the border, I will come down with the immigration. Now, the
yeah, he
thing
came
with
from very well.
Americans is they are not talented, but they want their jobs to be secure. They have all the subsidies in the world, all the privileges in the world, and they don't want to let it go. They're greedy people. So Trump gave them that tinkering thing that, I will give you all you need, you just need to vote for me. And he created a divisive conservative society, which is against abortion, which is very much pro Christian, which is
Exactly.
against all religions.
But
So for the
I
first
think,
time,
yeah.
Hindus are being told.
Yeah, I get it, I get it. But I think the only thing which worked out for him as well was that there was a wave of right wingers in the entire world.
Exactly,
That is something which
exactly.
worked out for him. But
Yes.
now, wherever we are going in the world order, I think India has to take a stand, which you are very right about it. Because if countries like countries under Middle East are being attacked because of Iran right now, even after signing the Gaza peace board and even after having plethora of money and all of that, and one thing which is very much important for us is to maintain to equip our defense system really on a very high end capability and capable levels, because we wouldn't be having somebody from Iran or somebody from Turkey coming and attacking us. We will be having our foremost enemies out there, which is
Yeah.
Pakistan and some of the other insurgents from Bangladesh, and many other countries can even join it, because when it comes to religion and everything, they come up together. And since
Yeah,
they
yeah.
US and Israel is attacking all of them, they are going to be the verses, and that is where we're going to stand. So
See,
let's
I
just
will tell you, Pakistan, if I have to use a Hindi word, it's a lodakta lota. Wherever it gets the privilege, it can turn into a salesman for Air Earth. It can actually,
Because nobody's
give
thinking about the country out there. Nobody's thinking about the country. They're just going. Do you think that Pakistan has
Pakistan doesn't have
paid
an
for Gaza
ideology,
peace
Shrivi.
board?
that country was born to just be a nuisance to India, just to be a pain in
Exactly.
the butt. That is the
It
only identity that
yeah.
Pakistan has. And
It is
that
almost like a
country
suicide
has no
bombing
vision.
country.
That country has no vision, no future. They did an AI summit, the Indus summit, whatever, because we did an AI summit. They have nothing. They don't have a Bollywood. They don't have an industry. Microsoft shut shop in Pakistan. So Pakistan can join the war for all it cares, but it will not be able to do jack shit. When it comes
Yeah,
to
that is true.
Bangladesh has just come out of a regime. Bangladesh, Tariq Rahman has lived in London all his life. He is
I
not
know,
somebody who is going
exactly.
to be very ready with all his nuclear powers and weapons, and they have been
Does not
so much
have
present
he
in
does not
India
even
for all
know the
this time.
Bangladesh ethics, cultural,
Turkey can, of
nothing.
course, be a little bit of a nuisance, but I'm pretty sure that with alliances with Japan and with alliances, see, China is going to support Pakistan and the
Exactly.
Middle East countries.
China is not
That
going to
is going
support
to be one factor.
anyone. China will keep itself aside. They're going to just
No, no,
supply the
no.
weapon.
China has condemned the killing. China is very much pro Middle East. We have a wait and watch in this situation. If today you and I are going to make a pie chart of who is going to be in which territory, if there is going to be a territory B, that territory B is going to be China, Middle East, Pakistan, Turkey, all your Islamist nations. On the other side, there's going to be US, Israel, India, Russia, we don't know where it will be, and European Union. Because European Union is happy that the Ayatollah is gone. So we will have
Exactly.
to side. We cannot go to the Middle East no matter how good relations we have, because they have ulma. We have to protect our integrity. We have signed the mother of deals, the father of deals with US and UK. We have to now capitalize on their strengths. We have to be part of the war along with the US and UK. That is my firm belief and stance.
Thank you, Gauri. I think we have discussed enough on this entire topic. Let's just see what new updates are coming so that we can come up with another, the kind of an analysis that what Donald Trump and Israel is actually going to do with all of it. And I'm very much eager to know how the entire Middle East is acting upon it because Middle East was just sleeping and they just got bombarded. They had no clue
The
because the
entire
way,
world, maybe
yeah,
you and I woke
exactly.
up to this.
Exactly, because I think Dubai was nowhere under the radar. Dubai is that one Islamic country which has been lied with every single one. I mean, UAE under this radar was nothing we have ever imagined or something like that.
Not at
So let's
all.
just
Not.
see what happens in the war. Thank you so much for
Thank
always,
you.
being so informative for our users.
Thank you.
Thank you.